Hello guys and welcome back to Field of Glory Empires. Good news, I'm no longer sick from the last time I recorded. It's been about a week. And now I'm sick with something else, so... Yay! I remember the last thing we did was go through this stuff here and set up all these movements. As we're trying to get into this region, we're trying to get these new recruited units onto the front into our stacks while avoiding the Egyptians who have declared war on us, and the Antigones are also at war with Egypt, so it's not just us. So that's cool. We just have to look through the buildings of the mainland, and as for decisions, I don't think there's anything here we really need. There is something about transforming cavalry, but we use cameleers, and I don't think there's an upgrade to them. Yet it still lets me pay for them, which is kind of weird. Regardless, look, we finished a crafter district in our capital. One of the only buildings we haven't built, probably. And a slotless building at that. We have some decent selection of building options here, but I'm going to go with the only one that doesn't consume a slot, which is to upgrade our walls to the massive walls. That seems like a good idea, though I did see some really good other options there. I'm going to go with the only one that's slotless, because I don't often get to build stuff in this region anymore, so... Looking north, we have finished a preceptor house. That's pretty good, and this is in Saracena. I can upgrade to city walls. We only have one slot available. Sure, city walls it is. We got a new population from healthcare, and Arga, it's the only citizen that's currently on food. That's fair enough. I'm going to put that one on culture, and then we'll see what we can build. 0 slots to upgrade to a major harbor. Sure, sounds good to me. Next to that, still in Saracena, we have a new population, a new citizen, the only one on food yet again. I think I'll put you on culture as well, so now there's 2 of you, I suppose. North of that, we finished a land expansion, so we have 2 slots here. I could go for the preceptor house, that would be great. There's a lot of decadence in this location, so we could definitely do that. There is a need for some base materials as well, but I'll go for that decadence reduction right now. Our decadence does exceed our total culture value. That's why you see me somewhat prioritizing this stuff. Finished a hemp field, but we can't add anything here. A new population has been grown here, but honestly, I'm fine with where it is. Preceptor house and a new population. Ooh, we could use some infrastructure. Pretty bad. We have 6 available slots. Loyalty's fine. We could definitely get some infrastructure. That would be pretty nice. I will gladly take that over what we have right now. Moving east, we have the courthouse has been finished. That's a decadence reducing building, I believe. Only 1 slot available, and nothing here is slotless. We have a lot of dudes on infrastructure, not a lot of infrastructure production. We do have lumber as a local trade good, so we could get a little bit of infrastructure, or we could go for some more food instead. I could also, because I've never seen this before, there's only... yeah, that 1 slot. Build a ceramics works. We'd miss out on some money in culture for not having gold and dye, but we'd produce ceramics, which can be imported still, which would cause a nearby structure to produce more, and we do have marble giving us a pretty big money and culture bonus. I've, never really seen this much, so I'm gonna pick this. Regional roads have been finished just south of that. You can see a nice little, road network here, in fact, going even into the Antigones. We need to build up more of this desert. I love seeing roads. And we have 3 available slots we can use to build. The loyalty from the Orotation Tribune would be good, but clearly so would some other things. Definitely some food, maybe some infrastructure. We don't often find woodcutting or flax, honestly. I think I'll go with the flax. That sounds pretty fine to me, and this is in a bigger region. We did get a new pop here. Yeah, I'm not moving that one. And then a large farm was built here for some more food. Still, the food could definitely do with being improved. There's a lot of loyalty here, so at the very least, we know we don't need loyalty. I could go for some more metal. I don't think it's really the most important thing here, to be honest, but I feel like I've passed over so many other opportunities, I might as well go for it. Sure. I will probably also say move one of these infrastructure. No, let's do 2 of them. Infrastructure pops down to culture. I think that would be useful. The food would definitely help with growth here as well. A pop has been finished next to that in a different province. He's currently on food by default. We're building a granary though, so I'm going to move you over to culture instead. A palisade has been finished next to that, and there's a new pop. Ooh, I definitely say we move someone down to culture, move that one down to infrastructure, and we have many slots available here. The Wheelmaker doesn't have its bonuses, though. It doesn't have its bonuses. These build times aren't bad anyway. I'm going to just go for the coastal market because it's got all the relevant bonuses. I'm sort of tempted to move somebody back onto culture, but I think we have enough excess infrastructure in the whole region. Yeah, it's doing fine enough. There's a new population over here. I can move that onto culture as well. Culture seems good there. New population or two over here. That's a tough one. I think I might leave you guys where you are. New population on Susiana, which unlocks a new building slot. This is in Acadia. We only have the one building slot. We don't have a lot of loyalty here, so a noble district might be what we want in order to retain that loyalty. Yeah, let's go for the noble district. It'll produce decadence, but we do need the loyalty. That is the trade-off. That is the trade-off. And I think that's all of our buildings. Let's kick it in to the next turn here. Poor Blemmies is being bullied by Egypt. They don't really stand a chance, honestly. Me and the Antigonids stand a much better chance. That's right, I forgot, like, the entire Antigonid army, or most of it, landed in Egypt as one massive stack. That doesn't seem sustainable at all, but that's, I guess, how the AI behaves. At least they know how to play the game. There's some grand strategy games where AI just doesn't know how to play the game, like Supreme Ruler, Galactic Ruler. They have no idea how to play the game. You put the game on hardest, you'd probably just win as a brand new beginner, not doing any tutorials in those games. Vendor can only draw food from their own region in case of siege. Food production is much lower. Does that mean offenders draw food from elsewhere? Because I didn't find anything about that in the manual. Antigonid's proposing a trade deal. What would you like? You want to give me Sicilian archers. And thus you want me to, and you want to give me metal money, and you want me to give you manpower and 3 regions. No. Just no. And now a common war against Nubia, because that's just going to make all this better. I doubt they will accept peace, but I guess I can offer it. I doubt they'll accept it. Military reform, improve light infantry units. What would these even improve to? I'm tempted to pay for, like, the progressive one just to, like, see if there's anything that can transform. Because I really don't know, and the game's not, like, telling me. It's the same thing with the medium cavalry. I just don't know. I could do progressive on both of them. Maybe it costs that much because I have that many units? I'm not sure. Egypt rejected my offer for a peace treaty. We have negative war score. I wonder why. What the hell? Okay, you're set to go around, but there's an Egyptian fleet, but it's of mercenary hoplites with little to no effectiveness. Your goal is to get over there. I don't know, this doesn't seem to be the most effective way. Personally, this doesn't seem to be the most effective way. I'd prefer if you went... Maybe you're just running through, too. I don't even know. I see why you're doing it, though. It's because of... The desert has kicked up. The desert's kicked up. I don't want to run through. That just seems like such a terrible idea. If they have a navy, it's going to be on this side. I'm just kind of stuck for right now. Where? What? How? Even this one's kind of set to go around all weirdly. They have moved their units out of this region, so I guess I'll just stay in the surrounding area for now and move this stack south to try to deal with that. Loyalty is looking better there after all, as well as even over here. The stack's capable of running through quite a bit, so I'll send it down there to the Sinai, try to take that over, whereas this other one's just gonna stay put for now. I guess Egypt's also at war with Ethiopia because they have gone after Ethiopia. What about Nubia? Also at war with Nubia, so this place is just a hellhole. We will need to get some more score on Egypt if we want to get out of the war without losing anything, which means maybe we just want to take things in general, especially something that's part of Phoenicia, though it still won't be enough for the province. Would be funny if we managed to conquer something more valuable, like up the coast. I think that might be what I had in mind. Last I played? Oh yes, because this is part of Eritrea. Well, no, this was taken over by them. This was actually Blemmy's. Maybe that's what I had in mind. Regardless, we're being kind of forced into some fighting that I didn't want to be a part of. So, that's going to be fun. Regional roads have been finished over here. Nice. New roads. I see a chance for a palisade near the front. That sounds like something that shouldn't be passed up on. Crafter District has been completed east of there in a place that has many building slots and could definitely use more of many things. Ooh, I do like this orchard. I do like this brickwork. This is more bonuses than I usually have for an orchard. Manpower is more than fine. It's more than fine, so I'm just going to leave that alone. Build the orchard there. That sounds good. Infrastructure was added here from a wealthy citizen. That's nice. Coastal market has been finished on the coast. 3 building slots remaining over here. That is a lot of stuff into food. Let's upgrade from the palisade to the city walls. Doesn't take any slots. A wheel maker was made just next door in this place that doesn't really have its own province, so it's kind of all on its own. Could definitely use some loyalty more than anything. So we'll add a fortune teller. That will add some loyalty. We have all of what we need for bonuses. Got an extra pop here from healthcare. I'll put you on infrastructure. And then we'll see what we can get with our 1 slot. Loyalty would be nice. But other things could be nicer. Gymnasium would add health, which could help pop growth quite a bit. Even lacking more food. Hempfield would just add food, but we don't have tar for it. We almost never have tar for it, though. We already have quite a big health bonus. Let's go ahead and get hemp. To just get some more food. A harbor was finished just next to that. I could get a major harbor, still not consuming any slots, money, and manpower. We maybe could need stuff like that. A new population was built just nearby. Put that on infrastructure. And a ranch was built as well. I could get the wax workshop, but I'm not even really sure at this point. What I really need is infrastructure. There are no good options for infrastructure, though. So I guess I'll add some culture instead with the monument. That could help with loyalty, potentially at the cost of decadence. North of that, we built that furnace pretty darn quickly as well. Loyalty's fine, so getting the sacred estate is not the most important. This is the place where I also could have made the lumber mill. Well, look at that. Now I can make the charcoal pile. I might go with the crafter districts instead. There's still only 1 slot. Sacred estate would be really good at the cost of food. We don't have the most of the basic resources, though. I'll move, I guess, both of these citizens down to infrastructure to build stuff a little bit faster. We'll get this building. This is part of a bigger province. Never mind. We'll leave one up here. We'll put one on culture. Because we have enough infrastructure in this region. New population to the west of that. You could definitely go on infrastructure. And we have only the 1 slot. City walls would be nice with that. Well, it doesn't take a slot. Slave market's been built next to that, and extra population has been gained. That's good for money and, of course, slavery. No conversion is really needed up here. This is just for money. I guess health would be nice for some pop growth. The manpower is just kind of like a side bonus. We have 3 slots available here. Seems good to me. We do have quite a large stack in Arabia Felix that's built up now to 40 units. This is the most built up one so far. I guess we'll sail across, do a naval landing here. 10 units defending, plus 1 that's in the city. This has to be a siege. We'll besiege this. This is where the Egyptians came down from to start messing with our allies and our vassals. So, seems smart, especially because someone's already en route to the Sinai anyway, and it is in the Egyptus Superior Zone, where I'm just at war with so much stuff now. Guess I kind of have to fight this war after all. We did build a gambling arena in the same location. We do have 3 building slots. That's nice. And a interesting combination of things. That's for sure. Very interesting. So I could fill that up in a number of ways. Yeah. I think perhaps a ranch would be useful. We don't really have a lot of slaves here. A ranch would be useful. We have a lot of healthcare already. The infrastructure maybe could be better. Why is this like this, actually? Hold up. Okay, that's all the slaves. Cool. I'll put... Let's do one thing at a time. You on culture, you on culture. And then the growth doesn't look amazing, but this shit's gonna build really quickly. A lot of other things are building here anyway, so this works out. So we'll get the food increasing passively while I have more citizens on infrastructure and I suppose on culture. Next to that, slave market. We have a decent amount of supplies there. Some things could be better. Only one building slot available, unfortunately. I could produce some cloth here for money. I don't often have that as an option. Or I could go for food, or I could go for culture decadence. We don't have any culture decadence buildings here at all. So that would make me want to prioritize that. Though, things that add food definitely would also be nice to ensure the growth of this zone. Health could also do with being a lot better. So a smokehouse for food and health seems pretty good to me with the way things currently look there. Crafter district has been built next to that, and we have 2 slots available in this location. A slave market seems like a very obvious thing to get, but there's also a preserved food store we could build, which would be nice for food as well as supply in general. This is in the middle of the desert of Saracena. It's hard to say which one of these I want more. The preserved food store is becoming more attractive as time goes on. It doesn't actually add food. It adds health, it adds money, and you get free supply. I think that I will go for the preserved food store because, you know, we're benefiting from a whole region anyway, so I think that works for me. Next to that, a salt house and a smokehouse finished, but those places are full up, so I can't really do anything there. A new population has been spit out. I'm going to put that into infrastructure, let's say. Culture might be needed, but maybe not so much. A ranch has been finished just next to that at the capital of this region. I believe this is the capital, yes. Yes. And we need everything here. We need a little bit of everything, that's for sure. A salt house would be good. We have multiple slots, so we don't have salt production, but a salt house would be good here. A worship place would also be good. Oh man, that's actually kind of tough. I think I'll take the salt house to ensure more food and health, more growth in the region. To the west of that, we finished a harbor in Ankober. We only have 1 slot available. A coastal fortress can do 9 damage against enemy naval units within a distance of 1 region. Oh my. Lifts fog of war in adjacent sea. That would be much better right here, but yeah, that's not too important in this region. But that is a really interesting thing that I have never seen before. 9 damages against enemy naval units within a distance of 1 region, adds garrisons and the like. That's really cool, except I don't think I need it here. So let's just add the crafter district because it doesn't take a slot. That sounds good to me. And everything else is just building. Manpower, everything is fine in terms of metal, money, manpower. Money needs some recovering though. Manpower seems more than fine. I'll have to use that for some negotiations at this point, because we'll hit the cap for that eventually. Oh, and a new population in Mafinote. So we have a new slot available as a result. Loyalty's fine, so I think some food and health from the salt house would be good. It's a local trade goods salt to ensure the constant growth of food and population in this region. Yeah, they could definitely do with a boost there. That will delay the building of that wall a little bit, but honestly, it's not necessarily a negative thing. And then, I haven't been doing this. Next, idle region. So there is an idle region where we just built a tavern in a location that has 3 more building slots. And what do we need? It's actually fairly balanced right now with the way things currently are. Fairly balanced. So I have a lot of options here. I think the smokehouse might be a good idea here as well. Yeah, I think so. It's either that or the wheelmaker. And given the bigger region this takes place in, that this is located in, I think I'm going to go with the smokehouse. I think that would be a pretty good idea. With that, we'll proceed into the next turn. Let's see what awaits us. We are going on the offensive with Egypt. We're going to need to, because they've gone on the offensive with us. We're getting dragged into wars left and right. So Saba versus... Oh, and Antigonids for... Oh, this is my first time fighting alongside an ally. There are barely any allied troops here at all. They're probably not going to do anything. We're fighting very easy to fight units anyway. I wonder... Are there actually any units here that are not mine? How does this work? Yeah, there's a mercenary hoplite in the rear, of course, that doesn't belong to me. So you can actually fight alongside your allies if you plan it well enough, or by chance. That's pretty useful for multiplayer. Still, not the easiest thing to plan out. Regardless, mercenary cav and a bunch of urban militia, this will die real quick. His mercenary hoplite is just backing me up on a front that, well, on a flank that doesn't need any backing up at all. Yeah, you're dead. Everything here is just gonna die. Even the things that are not fighting my heavy infantry down the center are pretty likely to die. Having all these archers is a definite bonus. This is what I mean by a plane. Like, this amount of units is, oh my god, my general. Why do my generals keep dying? God, we need more archers here, though. We are getting more archers here. Alright, well, that's good. There's even more Antigonans over here now. And a lot of movement noises. Probably because we can see so much of what our allies are doing. Hell, I can still have that option where I watch their battles, but I don't think that's really necessary at the moment. Are we in the white? Oh my god, we're not in the green. We actually dropped into the white. Holy crap. I have read this before, but it makes more sense now that I've played more. Decadent nations, reaching 5 negative tokens again, can split into successor kingdoms or disappear altogether. Disappearing altogether mainly will happen to the Diadochi or Civilization Level 1 nations. Okay. Egypt has asked for peace. What do you want? You want me to relinquish an objective? I'm not giving you jack fucking shit. You're crazy. Ethiopia wants a transaction. What do you want? You want to give me metal and I give you manpower. I have manpower, so that's not really a problem. I have metal too, so... But the metal is worth more than the manpower, so I'm kind of fine with this trade, to be honest. Sure, I'll accept that. Why not? Lemies is helping Saba against Nubia. More like they're about to get their asses beat. They actually reclaimed their home. Their troops are always such bad effectiveness. They might not have enough food for the army that they raise. But hey, look, they recovered their lands. For how long with a massive Egyptian army just next door? I am currently besieging down here. There was nobody defending this. Any defenders just went into the city. Okay, siege duration is uncertain because they have so many siege resist things in there. So this might take a while. Where's that general that was killed? Why did you have to die? That's so rude. Attack, but defense penalty in forested terrains. That is highly specific. There aren't any forests anywhere near here. This is a desert. So that wouldn't really take any effect. It's also a 23-year-old. I'll take Georax just for the 1 and the 1 and the fact that he's young. You, sir. I believe you were headed over here, right? I believe so. There's a lot of things that I see. A 2-stack going that way, 2-stack up there. I think this 4-stack was intended for you to expand your strength. We took this from Egypt, yes. Temporarily, at least. Don't know if we're going to keep it. I mean, we're not conquering all of Egypt, right? Revolt risk loyalty. There's barely any slaves here at all. We do need some food. That would be nice. Let's get you two there. Put all the Semitics on the food. That's not enough. Move somebody off of culture. Okay, I mean, it's functional. It's not amazing, but it's functional. I don't even know what to put here. All of these things would be quite useful. I'll put a palisade for defensive purposes, but you really just have to get rid of the culture to get this done in any short order. So, sure. At least the just conquered will go away eventually. Growth, not really needed. Not at the moment, no. Georix is a new general. And progressively fielding. Yeah, I did both of those. We'll see what that does. I really don't know what that does. I don't think that changes anything I can do. Oh, it does, actually. It legitimately changes it permanently upgrades my cavalry. Now I have improved cavalry. I wonder what the difference is. Oh, and the light infantry are the skirmishers, and those were improved as well. So it is worth doing this, because it's actually just improving your units in general. That's cool. I don't have anything else like this, but that is cool. The palisade has been finished by the coast in Phoenicia. Our one kind of like guaranteed location. And a lot of debuffs are out of here as well. I could definitely do with someone on culture and probably more on infrastructure as well to speed some of this stuff up. I could go for the city walls. We do have many slots, however. A shipyard produces sails. I have never been able to make this ever. It would make something more effective. Too bad I can't get that all the way down south. Needs to import lumber. Equipment. Bonus from hemp. I don't think that's actually extremely important, to be fair. I don't think it is. No, I think everything else is way more important. The city walls could definitely be useful here. The loyalty bonus could definitely be useful here. There's a lot of things that would be useful here. I think I'll go with the ring, the gambling ring, for a loyalty bonus. Especially since some of our loyalty is coming from an, like, event anyway. Alright, that's good. We have way too many dudes on food over here at this point. What is this? We need to put some on infrastructure. Like, was there a reason for this? I guess it might have just been needed. And just put you all on infrastructure. Yeah, that'll make things in the region build. Well, that's probably why. I probably just needed the food. Because I couldn't build anything. We built a palisade just to the south, though. I can also upgrade that. A tar workshop. Oh, man. I know I need that for some things, but I only have the one slot. We'll spend it on the city walls. I could definitely still use some more population in this region, not really infrastructure. Okay, I see why it was like this. I see why. Well, in that case, yeah, I'll just put all these dudes on food. It's not going to change the rate at which anything here is building anyway. To the south, an herbalist has been completed. Got a decent spread of things here. 2 slots are available. Not any bonuses on the things that I really want bonuses on. I guess I'll take the gymnasium for that health to speed up the population growth. Sure, south of that we've built city walls in Saracena. And we have 1 building slot available. Definitely some food and growth would be good. Infrastructure wouldn't be terrible, but definitely what I want here is either conversion or food and health. We don't have any health here at all. Alright, give me the salt house. It's a local trade good. Sure, why not? South of that, we finished the salt house. Can't really do much else there with that. Nothing has changed to the south of that. New population and a gymnasium over here. So we have 1 building slot available to utilize. I think probably just some more health to encourage some growth here would be the smart thing. The worship place is tempting, but I'll go with the further health. Yeah, a major harbor has been finished next to that. There's only 1 slot available there. Choices are limited. We could use some infrastructure. We could also use some food for growth. There's a scriptorum as well for a big culture bonus. With only 1 slot the way things are and are nearby, I'm going to just go for the smokehouse. I think our culture's being improved maybe enough elsewhere. I'm not sure. The age going up is going to make it increasingly problematic, though. There's a new population in the region of Bat. This allows me another building slot, but I only have 1. I'd get some decadence, but I could get some culture, which is doubly beneficial in a way. So I'll go ahead and just put that monument there. To the west of that, Admirable Healthcare has spawned a new pot, and a hemp field has spawned some food. There is only 1 slot available here, and I could have a commercial port. It's mostly good for money and commerce. This doesn't seem too great for me right now as things are. Instead, I think what I really just need is health for some more growth. Or infrastructure, but yeah, probably health and stuff like that. We'll take the gymnasium. However, it looks like that's a nice full episode. So I'm going to end this one here. So for now, thank you guys very much for watching. I'll see you on the next one.